Think about it. How many times have you set a goal only to give up because it felt too hard? How often have you let fear or doubt stop you from taking that first step? If you're nodding along, you're not alone. But here's the good news. Self-control is a skill you can build, and it's the key to unlocking your best life. In this video, I'll show you how to overcome doubt, defeat fear, and build powerful routines that will transform your life. Stick around until the end because I'm going to share a game-changing strategy to help you push past any challenge. Let's dive in. Section 1. Understanding self-control. Let's start with the basics. What is self-control? At its core, self-control is the ability to regulate your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in the face of temptations or challenges. It's what stops you from hitting snooze for the third time, scrolling Instagram for hours, or giving in to that extra slice of cake when you're trying to eat healthier. But here's the thing. Self-control isn't just about saying no to things. It's about saying yes to the life you truly want. It's the foundation of personal development and success. Without it, we're at the mercy of our impulses, distractions, and fears. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal only to give up because it felt too hard? Maybe you wanted to start a new fitness routine, but after a long day at work, the couch and Netflix seemed way more appealing. Or perhaps you've tried to save money, only to splurge on something you didn't really need. These moments aren't just about willpower, they're about self-control. And here's the good news. Self-control is a skill, not a fixed trait. That means you can build it, strengthen it, and use it to create the life you've always wanted. Now let's break it down a little further. Self-control is often misunderstood as being rigid or restrictive. People think it's about depriving yourself or living a life of constant discipline, but that's not the case. True self-control is about aligning your actions with your long-term goals and values. For example, let's say your goal is to write a book. Self-control isn't about forcing yourself to write for hours every day, even when you're exhausted. It's about creating a routine that supports your goal, like writing for 30 minutes every morning before work. It's about making choices that move you closer to your dream, even when it's tempting to do something else. Here's another way to think about it. Self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But just like a muscle, it can also get tired if you overuse it. That's why it's so important to build self-control gradually, through small, consistent actions. When I first started working on self-control, I realized how much it impacted every area of my life. I was able to stick to my goals, stay focused, and make progress even when it felt uncomfortable. And that's the power of self-control. It gives you the ability to take charge of your life, no matter what's happening around you. But here's the catch. Self-control isn't just about resisting temptation. It's also about managing your emotions and staying focused on what truly matters. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're in a heated argument with someone. Your emotions are running high, and every fiber of your being wants to lash out or say something you'll regret. In that moment, self-control is what allows you to pause, take a deep breath, and respond calmly instead of reacting impulsively. This ability to regulate your emotions is a critical part of self-control. It's what helps you stay calm under pressure, make better decisions, and maintain healthy relationships. And just like any other skill, it takes practice. So, how do you build self-control? Let's talk about 3 key strategies. 1. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on one small habit you can build. Maybe it's drinking more water, going to bed 15 minutes earlier, or limiting your screen time before bed. Small wins build momentum and confidence, which makes it easier to tackle bigger challenges later. 2. Create systems. Self-control is easier when you remove the need for constant decision-making. For example, if you want to eat healthier, prep your meals in advance so you're not tempted to grab fast food. If you want to exercise more, lay out your workout clothes the night before. These small systems make it easier to stick to your goals. 3. Practice mindfulness. Self-control starts with awareness. When you're mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and impulses, you're better equipped to manage them. Try incorporating mindfulness practices like meditation, journaling, or even just taking a few deep breaths throughout the day. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I give in to temptation? Here's the truth. Everyone struggles with self-control sometimes. Even the most disciplined people have moments of weakness. The key is to not let those moments define you. Instead of beating yourself up, focus on progress, not perfection. If you slip up, acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on. Remember, self-control is a journey, not a destination. When I first started working on self-control, I had plenty of setbacks. There were days when I gave in to temptation, procrastinated, or let my emotions get the best of me. But over time, I learned to see those moments as opportunities to grow. Each time I practiced self-control, even in small ways, I got a little stronger. And that's what I want for you. I want you to see self-control as your superpower, a tool that can help you overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and create the life you've always wanted. So, as we move forward in this video, keep this in mind. Self-control isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward the life you truly want. And trust me, when you start to master self-control, everything changes. Now that we've covered the basics of self-control, let's dive into the next big topic, overcoming doubt and fear. Because here's the truth, even with self-control, doubt and fear can hold you back. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's keep going. Section 2. Overcoming doubt and fear. Now, let's talk about the two biggest obstacles to self-control, doubt and fear. These two are like invisible walls that keep us stuck. Doubt whispers, "You're not good enough," while fear screams, "What if you fail?" Here's the truth. Doubt and fear will always be there. They're part of being human. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond. When I was starting my own journey, I let fear of failure stop me from taking risks. I was so afraid of making mistakes that I didn't even try. But over time, I learned that the only way to overcome fear is to face it head-on. Let's break this down. Doubt and fear often stem from two places: past experiences and future uncertainties. Maybe you failed before, and now you're scared to try again. Or maybe you're worried about what others will think if you don't succeed. But here's the thing. Doubt and fear are not facts. They're just stories we tell ourselves. And the good news is, you have the power to rewrite those stories. So, how do you overcome doubt and fear? Let's start with doubt. Doubt is that little voice in your head that says, "You can't do this." It's the voice that questions your abilities and makes you second-guess yourself. The key to overcoming doubt is to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought true? What evidence do I have to support it? More often than not, you'll realize that doubt is based on assumptions, not facts. Here's a practical exercise. Write down your doubts. Then, next to each one, write down evidence that proves you can succeed. For example, if you doubt your ability to start a business, remind yourself of times when you've been resourceful, creative, or persistent. These small reminders can help you build confidence and silence that inner critic. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty. It's your brain's way of trying to protect you from potential danger. But here's the problem. Fear often overestimates the risk and underestimates your ability to handle it. For example, let's say you're afraid of public speaking. Your brain might tell you, what if you embarrass yourself? What if people judge you? But in reality, the worst-case scenario is rarely as bad as we imagine. And even if it happens, you'll survive, you'll learn, and you'll grow. The key to overcoming fear is to take action, even when you're scared. Start small. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, trying a new workout, or finally starting that side hustle. Every time you take action, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your fears. And here's a pro tip. Focus on progress, not perfection. Small wins build confidence, and confidence is the antidote to fear. The more you act, the less power fear has over you. Now, let's talk about a powerful mindset shift. Instead of trying to eliminate fear, learn to work with it. Fear doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your teacher. Think about it. Fear often shows up when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's exactly where growth happens. So the next time you feel fear, ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? What's on the other side of this fear? For example, if you're afraid of starting a new project, your fear might be trying to teach you to prepare better or seek support. If you're afraid of failure, it might be reminding you to focus on the process, not just the outcome. By reframing fear as a teacher, you can use it to your advantage. Instead of letting fear hold you back, let it guide you forward. Here's the bottom line. Overcoming doubt and fear isn't about never feeling scared or uncertain. It's about building resilience, the ability to keep going even when things feel hard. And the best way to build resilience is through action. Every time you face your fears, you're strengthening your resilience muscle. You're proving to yourself that you can handle challenges no matter how big or small. So, how do you start? Here are 3 actionable steps. 1. Identify your fears. Write down the fears that are holding you back. Be specific. For example, instead of saying, "I'm afraid of failure," write, "I'm afraid of failing at my new business venture." 2. Take small steps. Break your fear into smaller, manageable steps. If you're afraid of public speaking, start by speaking in front of a mirror, then to a small group of friends, and gradually work your way up to larger audiences. 3. Celebrate your wins. Every time you take action, no matter how small, celebrate it. Acknowledge your courage and progress. This builds confidence and reinforces the idea that you can overcome fear. Remember, overcoming doubt and fear is a journey, not a one-time event. There will be ups and downs, but every step you take brings you closer to the life you want. As we move into the next section, keep this in mind. Self-control, doubt, and fear are all connected. When you master self-control, you gain the power to face your fears and silence your doubts. And when you overcome doubt and fear, you unlock the ability to build powerful routines that transform your life. So, let's keep going. Next up, we're diving into the power of routines and how they can help you stay consistent even when motivation runs out. Section 3, the power of routines. Let's talk about one of the most underrated tools for mastering self-control: routines. Routines are like the scaffolding of your life. They provide structure and support, so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. When I first started building routines, I kept it simple. I committed to just 10 minutes of reading and 10 minutes of meditation every morning. At first, it felt like such a small thing. But over time, those small habits created momentum. They became automatic, and that's the magic of routines. They take the decision-making out of the equation. Think about it. When you have a routine, you don't have to debate whether to work out or hit snooze. You just do it. And that's how you build self-control, by creating habits that support your goals. But here's the thing. Routines aren't just about productivity. They're about creating a life that feels intentional and fulfilling. When you have a routine, you're not just reacting to whatever comes your way. You're proactively shaping your day, your mindset, and ultimately, your life. So, why are routines so powerful? Let's break it down. 1. Routines reduce decision fatigue. Every day we make thousands of decisions, from what to wear to what to eat, to how to prioritize our tasks. And each decision drains a little bit of our mental energy. Routines eliminate the need for constant decision-making, freeing up your brain to focus on what really matters. For example, if you have a morning routine that includes exercise, meditation, and a healthy breakfast, you don't have to waste energy debating whether to hit the gym or skip it. You just follow your routine, and before you know it, you've already accomplished 3 important things before 8 a.m. 2. Routines. Build momentum. Small, consistent actions create momentum. When you start your day with a positive routine, you set the tone for the rest of the day. You feel accomplished, focused, and in control. Here's a personal example. When I started my morning routine, I noticed a huge shift in my productivity and mindset. Those small habits like reading, meditating, and journaling gave me a sense of clarity and purpose that carried through the entire day. And the best part? The more you stick to your routine, the easier it becomes. Over time, your brain starts to expect those behaviors, and they become automatic. That's when you start to see real, lasting change. 3. Routines. Create stability in chaos. Life is unpredictable. There will always be challenges, setbacks, and unexpected events. But when you have a routine, you have an anchor, something you can rely on no matter what's happening around you. For example, let's say you've had a tough day at work. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you wanted, or you had a conflict with a colleague. In moments like these, your routine can be a source of comfort and stability. Whether it's a nightly walk, a gratitude practice, or a relaxing skincare routine, these small rituals remind you that you're in control of your life, even when things feel chaotic. Now, let's talk about how to build a routine that works for you. Here are 3 steps to get started. 1. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Focus on 1 or 2 small habits you can incorporate into your day. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, taking a 10-minute walk after lunch, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. The key is to make it so easy that you can't say no. Once you've mastered those small habits, you can gradually add more. 2. Align your routine with your goals. Your routine should support your long-term goals and values. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, your routine might include exercise, meal prep, and adequate sleep. If your goal is to grow your career, your routine might include reading, networking, and skill building. When your routine aligns with your goals, it becomes a powerful tool for progress. 3. Be consistent, not perfect. Consistency is more important than perfection. There will be days when you don't stick to your routine, and that's okay. What matters is that you get back on track as soon as possible. Remember, routines are not about being rigid or inflexible. They're about creating a framework that supports your growth and well-being. So, what's one small habit you can start today to build a powerful routine? Maybe it's setting a bedtime alarm, writing down your goals, or simply saying no to something that doesn't align with your priorities. The beauty of small habits is that they're easy to start. And as you see progress, you'll start building confidence, which leads to more self-control and bigger changes. It's all about consistency. Focus on small daily habits, and eventually, they'll transform your entire life. Now that we've covered the power of routines, let's bring it all together. In the next section, we'll talk about how to unlock your best life by combining self-control, overcoming doubt and fear, and building powerful routines. Trust me, when you master these 3 elements, you'll be unstoppable. Let's keep going. Section 4, how to unlock your best life. So we've talked about mastering self-control, overcoming doubt and fear, and building powerful routines. Now, let's bring it all together and talk about how to unlock your best life. Your best life isn't some far-off dream. It's something you can start building today. But here's the thing. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward the life you truly want. And that's where self-control, routines, and overcoming fear come in. These 3 elements are the keys to unlocking your potential and creating a life full of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Let's break it down. To unlock your best life, you need to focus on 3 things. 1. Mastering self-control. This is the foundation. Self-control gives you the power to stay focused on your goals, even when it's hard. It's what helps you resist distractions, overcome procrastination, and make choices that align with your long-term vision. For example, let's say your goal is to write a book. Self-control is what helps you sit down and write, even when you don't feel like it. It's what keeps you going when the initial excitement wears off and the hard work begins. And here's the secret. Self-control isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. Every time you choose to take action, even when it's uncomfortable, you're strengthening your self-control muscle and moving closer to your goals. 2. Overcoming doubt and fear. These 2 are the biggest obstacles to growth. Doubt whispers, "You're not good enough," while fear screams, "What if you fail?" But here's the truth. Doubt and fear will always be there. The key is to not let them control you. When you learn to push through doubt and fear, you build resilience. You prove to yourself that you're stronger than your challenges. And that's when your life starts to change. For example, maybe you've always wanted to start business, but fear of failure has held you back. The moment you take that first step, whether it's writing a business plan or reaching out to a mentor, you're proving to yourself that you can do hard things. And that confidence builds momentum, propelling you forward. 3. Building powerful routines. Routines are the glue that holds everything together. They provide structure, reduce decision fatigue, and create momentum. When you have a routine, you don't have to rely on motivation or willpower alone. You just follow the plan, and before you know it, you've made progress. For example, let's say your goal is to improve your health. A powerful routine might include waking up early to exercise, meal prepping on Sundays, and going to bed at the same time every night. These small, consistent actions add up over time, leading to big results. And here's the best part. When your routine aligns with your goals and values, it becomes a source of joy and fulfillment. It's not just about checking boxes. It's about creating a life that feels intentional and meaningful. Now, let's talk about how to put it all together. Here's a step-by-step plan to unlock your best life. 1. Define your vision. What does your best life look like? Get specific. Maybe it's a career you love, a healthy and active lifestyle, or deeper relationships with the people you care about. Write it down and visualize it every day. 2. Set clear goals. Break your vision into actionable goals. For example, if your vision is to run a marathon, your goals might include running 3 times a week, increasing your distance gradually, and eating a balanced diet. 3. Create a routine that supports your goals. Design a daily routine that aligns with your goals and values. Start small and build gradually. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Practice self-control. Stay focused on your long-term vision, even when it's hard. Remind yourself why you started and celebrate your progress along the way. 5. Face your fears. Take action, even when you're scared. Every time you push through fear, you build confidence and resilience. 6. Reflect and adjust. Regularly review your progress and make adjustments as needed. Life is unpredictable, and your routine should be flexible enough to adapt to changes. Remember, unlocking your best life is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, but every step you take brings you closer to the life you truly want. So, what's one small step you can take today to start unlocking your best life? Maybe it's setting a goal, creating a routine, or facing a fear you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, take that first step. Trust me, when you combine self-control, routines, and the courage to overcome fear, you'll be unstoppable. You'll start to see changes in every area of your life, your health, your relationships, your career, and your overall happiness. Your best life is waiting for you. All you have to do is take the first step. So, what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen together. I hope this video gave you some clarity on how mastering self-control, overcoming fear and doubt, and building positive routines can change your life. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos on personal development and mindset. Let me know in the comments. What's one small habit you'll start today to unlock your best life? I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.